There's a house on the edge of Willow Lane. A beautiful old house with tall windows, a wraparound porch, and a yard that once bloomed with roses. From the outside, it looks like the perfect family home. But here's the strange part. No one ever stays there. For years, families have moved in, hopeful, excited, ready to start new lives. And within weeks, sometimes days, they leave. Furniture still inside, clothes left hanging in closets, plates left on tables, as if dinner was interrupted. The house that should feel warm and inviting instead sits in silence, abandoned. Why? What is it about this place that drives people away? This is the story of the house that no one wants to live in. It all started with the Peterson family. They were the first to buy the home after it was put up for sale at a surprisingly low price. For the first week, everything seemed fine. Then Mrs. Peterson began hearing footsteps at night. Slow, deliberate, coming from the hallway. But when she checked, nothing was there. Her husband dismissed it as old wood creaking, until he heard it too. And not just footsteps, whispering voices, faint but unmistakable, echoing through empty rooms. The Petersons left after only 3 weeks. They never explained why, but their neighbors noticed they refused to even drive down Willow Lane again. Next came the Ramirez family. They had 2 little children, excited to have such a big house to play in. But almost immediately, the children began talking about the woman upstairs. A woman no one else could see. The kids said she stood in the corner of their room at night, watching them sleep. At first, the parents thought it was just imagination, until Mrs. Ramirez walked past the upstairs hallway mirror one morning. And in the reflection, she swore she saw another figure standing behind her. They left that very day. One by one, families moved in, and one by one, they fled. Some left in the middle of the night. Some didn't even stop to collect their things. Word began to spread, and soon, the house developed a reputation. The kind of reputation that kept curious buyers away. But what's behind it all? A curse? A haunting? Or something even darker? Locals whisper about the original owner, a woman named Margaret Hollingsworth. She lived in the house nearly a century ago. Margaret was known to be reclusive, rarely seen outside. When neighbors visited, she would only speak from behind the door, never letting anyone inside. And then, one day, she was simply gone. No body was ever found. Some say she died in the house and was buried under the floorboards. Others believe she practiced dark rituals, leaving something behind that never left. Investigators and ghost hunters have entered the house many times over the years. Strange recordings always seem to follow. Whispers caught on tape, cold spots that send shivers down spines, objects that move on their own, captured on camera. But none of it has ever been enough to explain the fear that drives people out. Because here's the most unsettling detail of all. Every single family that has lived in that house reported the same thing on their final night. They woke up at exactly 3:15 in the morning to the sound of someone slowly walking down the upstairs hallway, stopping right outside their bedroom door. When they opened the door, no one was there, but the floorboards were still creaking, as if someone had just taken a step. Today, the house still stands. The paint peels, the yard is overgrown, and the windows stare blankly out, like eyes watching anyone who dares to get too close. Real estate agents have tried again and again to sell it. The price has dropped so low, it's practically being given away. But no one stays. No one can. So the house remains silent, waiting for the next family bold enough to move in. And maybe, for you, if you're ever brave enough to walk through its door. Because some houses are not just built of wood and stone. Some houses remember, and some refuse to let go.